I mean, and dude, I had the best. I had two amazing entries, man. Like, if I go over here, I show you guys. I got in right here, OC. I got in right here, and I got in. Where was it? Here? No, it was here. Okay.
Yeah.
And what happened? So I got the SFP. I pressed buy. Stop me out. Up $300.
Shit.
Stop me out. For $50. Then, of course, it goes the right way. I get long here. Take profit one. Comes back. Stops me out for $100.
Shit.
I'm like, okay, fuck you too. And now I'm waiting, man. I don't know. Bullshit. You know, this is because everybody's so bullish. You want to get long, right?
Yes.
But you know they're gonna shake out leverage, right? And they did twice to me, right? So now, in hindsight, I would have loved to just hold this trade here with a little stop loss, you know, like this, and I'd be good, you know? I'd be good right now.
Right.
But they're doing this, so it's like I want to guarantee that I'm not, you know, I want to manage my risk. Like this one really hurt because I took this live, right? I took this one live. I got in and we're like, oh man, we're going, we're pumping. And then it's just like, nah, bro.
And man, it went right to your stop to entry.
Bro, like perfect, bro. Like just, I'm like, I'll wait here, man. No problem. No problem.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Shit happened.
That's the game, man. That's the game, right? But you can see, you know, I was waiting all morning for the SFP right here. All morning for this. And it was perfect, bro. Volume, everything. It tricked everybody early. It's like, oh no, we're going to zero. Cha 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 cha. Boop. And like, oh, so easy, man. And then yeah. So yes, I am long bias, I guess you would say right now, but I don't know. Maybe today's a good day to take my $150 and relax, especially because yesterday, I mean, I have 2 weeks ago, see, I started a $25,000 account, right? And I'm like, I want to flip it to 37,000 or to 50,000, and I'm at 2 weeks.
Holy shit!
In 2 weeks. Yeah,
Look
man.
at that, bro! Wow.
So I've done really well. Yesterday was a really good day. Let's just say that, right? But I showed, you know, I was down to 23,000 on my first 2 days. Then boom, 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 right? Because you can't plan when you're gonna lose. But yeah, so far 25 to 37. So I'm up 12 grand in 2 weeks, which I think is pretty sweet. Obviously, I'm not trading with the 25 grand. I'm still trading with my $100,000 trading account. So it's the same strategy that I use all the time. But I'm just trying to flip a 25,000 in 250 and show people the trades and stuff. So I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks. It's been going really good. Using all the strategies we teach you here, just practicing really good risk management, managing to really even though I took a couple of losing days, like 3 or 4 losing days where I'm down $1,200, I'm down $1,500, but my winning days $3,000, $2,000, right? So it's the number one thing is that I'm not my account's like this, right? Slow and steady, right? Even though I started here, right? I was like down. It wasn't down, you know what I mean? Because it was like, okay, I lost a couple thousand to start, right? Then you make 500, then you make 1,500 the next day. You're right back to where you started, right? Then you couple wins, couple losses, couple wins, couple losses, and then you have days like yesterday where you get this, right? And then you same thing, right? At the end of the day, it's all about small wins, small losses, and then you get your big wins and you still have small losses, okay? You're not going to hit a home run all the time, right? But yesterday I was in my appointment. You remember that. But you remember I got long here yesterday? I got out here. I got long here yesterday. I got out here.
I confirm
Then
that.
I got long here for hackers. And we went to Valhalla. Right? And my account went like this too, okay? But you don't always catch something like this. This is unreasonable, right? You guys see me. I take this one. I take this one. Even today, right? I took this one. I took this one, right? Whatever. But it's steady, right? I think a lot of people, they want this every single day. And that's not realistic. Unless you listen to Alex O'Crypto and you bought Pengu.
Look at that.
Because, bro, it just keeps going up, man.
Holy shit.
Like, fuck, 150%. I was telling everybody to buy here. I sold here, bro. My God. So what are we looking at now? I think that's important that we answer this, right? So with Bitcoin, there's oh my God. I don't know what's wrong with this camera, man. It's Discord. I swear to God, it's Discord. It doesn't happen on my live streams at all. Discord's just gay. Anyways.
Oh, man.
So,
I'm telling you.
what do we have here?
Mac.
Double. Oh, never, man. It's garbage. Going to zero. Double top. This is the concern right now, everybody. So let's not be too euphoric right now. Right now, they're trapping longs, it seems. Right? We have momentum to the upside. Can we keep pushing? We'll have to wait and find out, right? What we do know is that we want to see expansion. Okay, expansion means that we get up and we get into price discovery, right? So if we're looking at price discovery, we can pull a fib and we can say, hey, man, we're looking to get to 115,000 here, right? We look at our areas. Oh, look, Alex O'Crypto. He has a target level for our first level at 115,700. But that means we got to go. If we hang out here too long and we correct, well, guess where we're going? 102. Very simple. We would get acceptance back into the range, and we would rotate most likely to the bottom of the range, and everybody would cry, right? Now, what we would like to see is continuation and expansion, and then some sort of like ABC correction up here, and then continuation again, okay? That's what we want to see. This is what happens in the previous bull runs, okay? If we get out of here and we go over to the previous bull run, okay, we get these pushouts, right? And we get the ABC and then our 5-wave structure up, right? So this is typically what happens. Okay, so that's your bull run. Boom, we're going, right? You got your ABC here, ABC, okay? Your continuation. So this is expansion. So this is where we would be right now, right here, okay? You get your push-up expansion, you get ABC, then you get your 5-wave to the upside. And that's it. And that's your bull run right there. Okay? This is typical. Okay? So we should be right here, generally speaking. I'm not, no wizard, but if we go off historical data, that's generally where we would be. Right? So we need to see this go. It's got to go. Then it's going to correct. This is going to be the final shakeout. Like OC and I have said, we're going to see one more time where they really make you cry. It's going to happen. Okay? It's going to happen, right? You go into our old I'd have to go to another chart here. We go to Bitstamp here, and we look at the other bull run. Okay, let's go and look at it. Same thing. Okay. Everybody says it looks like 2017, right? Bull run. Same kind of deal here. You'd have to zoom out more, but you have the ABC correction in here, and then you get the expansion in here, 5-wave structure to the upside, and then you're done. Okay, I'd have to go on like a 12-minute or 12-hour time frame because it's very tight in here. But that's typically what happens. Okay, you get this corrective behavior, and then you get out of that corrective behavior and you expand. Okay, and that's what we're looking for, is that expansion out. Will we get there? We'll have to wait and see, but it's kind of make or break in my opinion right now. We got double top. This is a topping pattern, right? This is our topping pattern. We need to be aware of that, okay? So for me, a little bit of patience in here. But we want to see Bitcoin get going. I think that's going to be the most bullish thing, is if Bitcoin gets going. Otherwise, we're at a very critical, I would say critical area for Ethereum too. Okay,
I have two questions
trade
for you, Alex.
Yeah.
First, look at who's next up in the space hopping here with us. We get Ada Ace. What's up, bro?
Oh my God. You can look at Cardano. My God.
What's up, bro? Welcome. And my second question is, because I don't know, it feels like I want to disagree with you. Why is it a topping pattern? What is it a topping pattern? I might not be seeing it at this point, and that really kind of like surprised me. Usually when you say this, and that, I always like, yes. In this case, I was like, I'm not seeing it. What am I missing up there, brother?
So why is this not a topping pattern?
No, you said it is a topping pattern. Or
it is, yes.
It is.
So why is it a topping pattern?
Oh, got it.
Okay. It is a topping pattern because we are making double top right now, and we're failing to go into expansion. So
from the all-time highs.
Friday, yes.
Okay, got it.
So we're failing to get right now. If we fail to get into expansion, meaning out of the all-time highs, and we get acceptance back below the range, we look to rotate to the bottom of the range. Very simple. If we zoom out, this is a double top. Right now we're at if we're just looking at this on like a 12-hour, this is straight up a double top, right?
Yes, it is.
Double top, rotation down, tons of liquidity below us, right? This is your Wyckoff, your spring, your push out, your consolidation. It must get into expansion here. If we don't get into expansion here and we get acceptance below here, we're rotating down to the bottom of the range. That's my opinion, right? And that would crush a lot of people, right? So
absolutely,
Bitcoin's got a job right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what I was looking at, and you look at, there's lots of room on like our oscillators for us to push here on the daily, on the 2-day. There's still lots of room, but we're, if we're gonna get rejected, it would be here, right? Even if we SFP right now, if we push up, and then we get rejected, we do not want to close below one. I would say 109.5. I think that would be the breakout retest. If we zoom in here, 109.5, 109.500. That would be breakout retest continuation. Okay, that would be the lowest. If we start to get acceptance back in here, we're definitely going to rotate down into here. That would be my opinion right now. And that's what I was looking at. Just showing you guys examples that we must. Those examples that I was showing you guys on the other chart was that what happens when we start to break out of those highs, right? So if I look over here at previous cycles, right? And we get out of these highs. So this would be the high that we would get out of right here, right? We continue expansion. Yes, we can come back, but we continue expansion. Otherwise, you get double top in here and you come down. Okay, you go to the other one over here. You look at this. You continue expansion right here, right? You continue breakout, retest, continue expansion, right? So that's what I'm really like, you know, I'm watching pretty closely because I don't want to be the guy who buys the meme coins. I don't want to be the guy who adds to my bags right now. I told my community this too, right? But right now, I have dry powder, right? I have exposure, which I already had. I've put in 30%. I've put 40%, and now I still have about 25% dry powder left. Okay. So I have allocated DCA'd into my holdings, and I still have this. This is on confirmation. So I'm not going to put this in here until I have confirmation. What is confirmation? Pushing out into expansion and holding. Okay, so if we push and hold, then I can allocate, but not until then, right? And if you want to know, I hold very basic tokens, and I did sell all of my ADA. Hey, I sold my ADA and rotated it into SUI, and SUI's done better. So pick your poison. And I doubled my money with the ADA. So, and that's my basic portfolio. It's nothing special. Everything in that portfolio except for Celestia and FET are in profits. So I bought in bear market lows. Okay, just so everybody knows.
I don't hate. I don't hate.
I don't hate.
My portfolio is 0.1% ADA.
There we go.
But my portfolio is 99% Cardano native assets in NFTs. So I am furtherly degen than any degen that y'all normally talk to. Really and truly. Degen. But I've found a way to take my $30 trade and get it into a product that I 14x'd one of my buys. It's producing a regular yield to me that has exponentially increased every 15 days for the last 45 days and has just sponsored me to run my show using their protocol and everything that starts on my birthday.
Let's go. That's fucking awesome, man. So exactly, and I think that's that's like a knowledge thing too, right? For me, like I press buy and sell on Bitcoin, and like you've obviously mastered and really spent a lot of time in your craft with that section, and you've absolutely crushed it by monetizing it, right? So that's so cool, man.
Yeah. Well, I took it and made a project on Cardano that has NFTs and tokens and everything, and essentially monetized myself as a marketer. And that goes back to my community that is paid back by my tokens and NFTs. So it's like a full circle freaking thing, actually, that I created. But hey, I'm not trying to take over your stuff. Talk, bye.
That's awesome.
So
see
what? No, are
you gonna buy some ADA NFTs or what, bro? Like what? I got the FOMO already.
I'm buying, man.
So,
I'm gonna chuck 10 grand at ADA Ace right now, man. Just gonna hit him in the face with a whole
what they did. The deal with my show is Strike has financed me 1,000 ADA to trade on their platform, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade, and my wins are going to turn into their token that I'm staking on their platform that then pays the stakers the opening fees. So it's kind of like Hyperliquid. Okay, so it's Hyperliquid for Cardano, right? So you earn your fees. So if I win my trades, then I'm going to buy their token and stake it, and then those fees are going to come back to my holders of the NFTs and the tokens. If I lose, then I'm still paying myself because I own the tokens, and every position we open pays the token stakers. So I'm still paying myself. So hey, whatever.
That's sweet.
Hey, Edith, you have a question there for from Stock Scalping. He's asking, when is your birthday?
My birthday is next Monday, the 14th.
Oh, nice.
July 14th, 7:15 Eastern time is when we'll go live on my YouTube channel.
Perfect. Note that.
Cool.
Awesome.
Name of the show is Strike Zone, but it's on my channel, my A to Ace channel, because I do more than just TA and whatnot. So I want to keep it all on one channel right now because I'm obviously not even over 500 subscribers. So I need to try to keep everything on one channel for now. But I do like all of my stuff for Ada, other things, my play of Cornucopias and whatnot. So you'll probably see me this weekend playing the hell out of some Cornucopias because their new game build comes out. We've been waiting for 6 months for it, so that'd be awesome.
That's awesome. You gotta
That's
come on my
awesome.
show so I can shout out your channel and get you some more subs, bro.
Well, when do you go live? When is your showtime?
8 till 10 Easterns every time. Got like 400 people on there all the time, so I love to shut you up, bro.
Alrighty, so I'll have to find a time frame to just be a little late.
Just come and say
Well,
hi.
see, the reason why I do my show at 6:50, it's 6:15 my time. I'm in Central, so I have to be at work. Go to work around 8 o'clock. So it's fine. I could just leave because I just leave from my house. So I could probably do that because that would essentially be like a 7 to 8 show my time frame, or 7 to whatever.
Yeah.
I think we can. I think I can make that happen at some point.
Even if you just come over and say hi in the chat, I'll remind me to send them over to you, and I'll spam the shit out of your channel.
That's awesome. Yeah. Because the thing is Cardano is built differently, and that's the reason why I focus so much on it because of all of the issues on all of the EVM chains and things. So that's why I focused on Cardano. Cardano is built differently. The only thing it needs is users and liquidity. And if you only need users and liquidity, the only thing you need is marketing. So that's why I created the project that I created. Because I'm a marketer. That's what I do in real life every day. I'm driving around in my car marketing while I'm talking to y'all, actually.
That's sweet.
Love it.
Anybody going to Rare Evo in Vegas?
I did 5 days in Vegas. It's that's enough Vegas for 1 year.
Yeah, Bitcoin conference went there too. So yeah, Rare Evo is
That's where
the
I was, yeah.
it started as Cardano and now it's just a heavy Cardano, but there is more than just Cardano that's there this year. Like Solana will even have a booth that's there and whatnot. So it's kind of funny.
Solana. That's wild. I like to go to more conferences. The Bitcoin conference was good, but it's a lot, man.
Can I drop my channel in the chat here?
Absolutely. Please do.
Okay. Let me figure out how do I that here. There we go. Channel and share channel.
We're about to take off here. OC, what are you looking at, bro? Are you long on anything? Did you short the top last night?
Yes, I did.
Out?
No, I did not get stopped out. I actually called out a profits yesterday night when you joined the show. I was already closing it, but I was seeking to get a long right now, but I missed that opportunity. I marked what I wanted to jump in, and it did not went back to that area. So I had actually just lost that entry, and it's pumping right now. Let me share my screen. Yeah. 8 days, by the way, buddy, you should already have the indicators and all the stuff. That's why it surprised me a little bit that you did not have access to the classes. Nonetheless, after the class, I have another show, and then maybe far out throughout the day. You can let me know. You can DM me your information. Just email and TradingView username so I can get you set up. And that way, I also add you the samurai role so you can jump into the classes, into the stage anytime you want, my friend. You are a dear friend of the channel. So I mean, anytime you want to, come in and jump in.
All right. Let me make sure I'm not muted. Am I still muted?
No, you're good. All right, so
No, not muted.
perfect. So from yesterday, this is what I was talking about, right? So yesterday in Hackers, I did win in here on the scandal. I was expecting just to win a little bit more. It did went back into my entry here. That was fantastic, and then took it out right as we were hitting the previous monthly high. That's why I took it out. I was a little bit skeptic yesterday night. Like, I was actually regretting having closed that one because it felt like it was going lower, right? But well, let's just get this out of the way. This is basically what I took yesterday, and this is what I was planning to take today. So I was expecting a next hit on the previous weekly high. Why is that? Because we're having a goose head. Usually that goose head means a little retracement for then a farther move to the outside and then big retracement. And where would that farther move to the upside could be taking us? So we have a huge megaphone that we've been following along, right? Let me just get rid of these things. There we go. I think we can see it much cleaner. Now, let me also get rid of plan A because it did not play it out. And I still gonna be holding this possible entry. I'll explain that in a second. But so far, we have the median of the big megaphone. And on the big megaphone, I also added this new line to compensate for this low. So what's happening with that megaphone? Well, it acts as a resistance. Not only that, if we start looking at our predictive ranges, there we go. Let me turn or move this out of the way. You'll see that we have a purple line. Let me put that back, and there we go. It's at the bottom of that box, right? And then when I turn that off and turn the other one on, well then, oh, not this one. Yeah, should be that one. That one specifically. If I move it, oh, there's nothing there. Come on, where is my predictive range? There was another, oh, here it is. All right, this one and this one. There we go. So we have one predictive range at the top, and then we have another predictive range right here at the bottom. Let me just shrink a little bit my box in here. There we go. So we can see both of those predictive ranges. So instead of battling with my indicators to say, hey, which one is it going to be? Well, then I just create a box of entry, right? It's also kind of like a fun or funny that it is not only basically hitting the same target I was looking at before for plan B, but also coexistent if we have a multi-candle move to the upside, coexistent very, very, very close to or at that median line, right? Where is their resistance? So far, I am expecting a further move to the upside, and this is what I was looking in your charts, Alex, and that's what I kind of like. I was a little confused. I was looking at this as a bull flag, right? And then based on this and on the possible goose head, a possible breakout pattern, right? So for me, that was not a topping pattern, right? But I was not aware that you were talking about, like bigger time frames, where you are absolutely correct. And if we go to the daily, and I'm just doubling down in here, we're having almost the same pattern that we had in here, right? Like a double top right there. Let's go here, or even almost a triple top, right? So basically, we are topping out by, we just made it, we just created an all-time highs by $40. Come on, that's not really an all-time highs, is it? I don't know.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not an all-time highs.
I'm sure it's not even an all-time high on some exchanges. It's probably like $1 short.
Yeah, I bet. So, is it really an all-time highs? I think they just did it so we have a new news head, right? It's not like they did it, but they push a little bit more than it should have. And remember that at this point, I'm looking to flag out, right? So I do have two possible versions here. One, breaking out, going to the resistance around 114 and 116, right? And then looking for the retracement. And I was expecting to grab this possible entry right here for a quarter of a position. It did not went back down into my entry point. That's fine. And then a possibility right here to the dynamic reactor in case we create a or we tried to make a break of structure, we fail on that break of structure, and then we go back down here, I think this could be a good possible area of entry. So far looking good. I think that we're gonna be having the chance to really create an all-time highs. But as Alex mentioned, we are at the top. We are at the top. So if you're gonna be buying the top, let me know. So in my case, yes, if I have the chance to, right? But I will be using a stop loss. So always be careful out there, because this is looking topping the macro trend, but also it's giving us some vibes to the upside. Today, the morning market report, Piper came out with an article that an analyst was mentioning that the bull run was just getting started. By time, I don't know about that in the classical analysis, but over time, in thinking that we're going to have an extended cycle this time, I think he could be right. But to get the new bull run, I think that just like Alex mentioned, we need to shake out some paper hands. So be careful. Do not become liquidity of Alex O.
I'm coming for you.
He's coming for you. Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, let's take a look at the big picture, right? Let's see how everything's going to, but also let's trade the inner structure. I think that is very profitable if you have the outer structure or the big picture present, right? So let's go. Let's just wrap this up with the daily. I want to take a look at the rest of my analysis, because Alex mentioned something that we also have been looking into, right? Which is, I also want to come back to this, which is a range. And yeah, this is a range. And as we've been talking about, and Alex is completely on spot with this, it is, if we are into a range, this is the range that we're looking to, right? Let's just go for a range. And we have a fake out, and we break back into that range, the possibilities to hit the other side are like great, like big, huge, ginormous, right? So what if this is a fake out? If that is a fake out, back again to where is my alert at 102 targets. So 102 targets right now, I think we'll cut most of the traders with their pants down, I would say. Like, imagine that 3 candles, 100K back. That'll be crazy. That'll be crazy. So just be careful. We're on all-time highs. Weekend is coming in close. So unless we make a huge break, right, like this, breakout retest, and off we go, I don't think that we're gonna be making it throughout the weekend. Let me be clear in there. What about not making it? I don't think that we're going to hit 100K on the weekend, but also I don't think that we're going to be hitting 120 or 200K on Saturday or Sunday. Maybe end of the Sunday, we might be seeing a bull run or a flop or acceptance back into the range, right? But other than that, be careful. Let's go back into this chart in here. So as you can see, I keep my old charts. I keep my old charts. And oh man, I've never seen that before.
I got OC. I got him today.
Oh shit. So I usually keep my big picture analysis in here, and once in a while I look into them, right? And I want to make a comparison at this point with the one-on-one thing, because I think we're right now seeing the breakout. All right, so remember, we call this area right here, right? We call this area right down here. Perfect. We call this range right down here. So what is up next? A push through, right? A little range, and then a big push through, right? So once again, we are on my red box. This red box, we need to be at least at the center, which we are very close, and then range inside that red box for a little bit, just making sure that we are able to retrace enough, right, and not lose the red box to come back with strength or momentum that will lead us or let us pierce through it. So something like this, and then pierce through it, right? So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 days, candles, something like that, a week. So if the weekend is here and we hold our ground, I think we are setting up for a break to the upside. As long as we have the flip of the ribbon above the 0 line. So far, so good, doing fantastic. And last but not least, what if this is the top, right? Or what would be the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario will be hitting dynamic reactor on daily. Again, 101. Right now, talking about 89, 86. I don't think right now this is the way to go, unless we make an all-time highs, right? Like we did in here, all-time highs, and then we retrace out of that all-time highs. For me, that all-time highs needs to be at least a 10% move. At least, right? So let's measure that 10% move. And that will be somewhere around, there we go, 122, right? So 122, if we have that movement to the upside and then coming back down into this ranging scenario, we might be having a little range, dead cat bounce, and then coming low, much lower. And then when everybody says that this is the bear market, not losing this area right here, and then range for a little bit, having a big range, spend a lot of time, and then have a break to a really good move, a new kind of blow off top. So why is this? Because look at that, just exactly as we were expecting. The more market cap that we're having, and let me go to weekly, right? The more market cap that we're having, the more that we're trying to make a range, right? So where is your range? Could this be the range? Of course, I think that's it, or that is a range, or at least a tilted range. Something like, let's see if that calculates, perfect, something like that, right? Just like it happened here, where we range it for a little bit, and then we make the all-time high, right? And then look at that, almost 100% retracement from that move, right? So I think the same thing needs to happen here before we go on. And as you can see, there we go, going back to the bottom of that range. And I was not actually predicting it as to be like the bottom of it, but it really matches, right? To create that huge range that then will get us a now all-time high, somewhere around the 250, 240, 190-ish, so somewhere around up here, right? But for that, we do need to survive this range, right? So one more move to the downside could still be turning everyone bearish. I mean, I don't know. Da Vinci said that since here we were officially in the bear market. I don't know about that, but I mean, I respect his opinion. I just have a different one. So that's what I have for now. My GF refers to that to a wet noodle syndrome.
Wet noodle syndrome.
Yeah, wet noodle syndrome. Nice.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, I definitely don't think we're done yet, personally. I've been on the extended cycle thought pattern for probably 18 months or so. And I have a ridiculous possibility for what ADA can go to. Do I really think it will ever get there this cycle? No, but my charts that I did a long time ago gave a possibility of a crazy price prediction in like March or something of 26, which was like a $15 ADA, which is stupid to think of. You know, I'm talking about a token that's less than $1. But anything is crazily possible in a parabolic atmosphere.
Yeah, especially when institutional money are coming in ETFs and allocation and whatever, right? Like it just takes one big whale or one big company, you know, to take it on, right? Like you get like Google using ADAs, you know, whatever, right? You name the company or you name whatever. And
we have a 1.8 billion ADA treasury that the holders control what we do with that treasury now. We're fully in control of it through our DREPs and other things like that. So there's, no more of the Genesis keys, and Charles doesn't have to say, yes, let's go for things. It's all on chain. It's all ran through the governance and all of the rest of that. So as long as we can just get out of the start of getting government started, because there's the argument of, who gets to say what, how much are we going to let go, how, all the rest of those things. But once you get that moving, then I think lots of things can happen. Charles did a space yesterday that there was an outside source that was wanting to create a treasury of the top 20 tokens. And people, when he posted about that, people thought that he was talking about, using the ADA treasury as it. And he was like, in the space, he was like, no, I posted that because people came to me. I told them I ain't got no damn time for that. And they said, well, we want to bankroll it. And he goes, okay, you have my attention now. So, that's a possibility of things there. You have all of the, there's all kinds of things that can happen. But in my personal opinion on the way that the actual blockchains work and the reason why we trade the tokens that we do for more than just the TA and the positive and negative action that we get to make money on, because we leverage trade and other things like that. But the actual use of the tokens that we trade, I think that Cardano has built something that once people actually start to use it and understand it, it's like using an Apple or a Mac when you've used a PC your entire life. When you get there, it's like, I don't like this at all. But once you start using it, you're like, hey, I actually kind of like how this works. I like the security that's here. It may do these things that are a little different, but I like these things that it does. I used to hate iPhones. I've been an iPhone user for like 8 years now. But that's kind of how I use that analogy there.
Absolutely. I want to bring some light into how to calculate the possibilities of an asset to go to whatever, right? Because I do remember back in the day when Shiba Inu was a thing, there were a lot of, I don't know how to classify this, right? Because being ignorant is not a bad thing, right? And I'm not talking about this community or anything. It's just talking about just influencers in the internet, right? Because we all are ignorant at something at some point, right? The point is learn about it. So when I talk about this influencers talking out of the ignorance, this is not an insult. It comes from the heart, right? Because I was also ignorant at some point and needed to learn this, right? So having said that, getting that thing clear and out of the way, there is an actual way to calculate possibilities or plausibilities, if that word exists, on how to calculate the possible price of an asset, right? And how you do that by knowing how much market cap there is in the world and also in a reference asset. For example, price of an asset, any price of an asset equals market cap divided by circulating supply, right? So if you go to CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, and you grab the market cap and you divide the market cap in between the circulating supply, it will give you a damn close price of what the asset should be, mathematically speaking, right? So thinking like, for example, something like Shiba Inu will get to $10. It just would have taken like 5-10 times Bitcoin to get there, if I'm even correct, right? So just so you know, the market cap of Bitcoin. So let's configure. Let me show you how to configure that in an easy way so you guys can calculate this anywhere at any time. So the only thing that you need to understand when you're configuring ChatGPT, and I know this is not a ChatGPT class, but it is just if price equals market cap divided by circulating supply, that's it. That's the only thing that you need to remember. And then give it today's date. If not, it's just gonna kind of like get a random date and it's not gonna get your market cap, your current market cap, right? Thinking that, and what is ADA is, what is Cardano's price right now?
Right now is like 62 cents, I think.
62 cents, all right? 62 cents.
Almost
US.
63.
63 cents. It is US 63 cents USD, right? So thinking that Cardano, and you need to give it a date just to reference today, all right? Thinking that Cardano it's 63 cents USD, what would be the market cap required, and sorry about that, required to get to, and what was your craziest prediction, 8 eyes? Or what would be your prediction of this year?
15. So the my craziest one, my blow off top was 15, which is around 550 billion dollar market cap.
Exactly. Yes. So at that point, let's just say Cardano USD. Perfect. So let's just leave it to answer this, right? And it's gonna be giving us. It's gonna just change the formula to the Cardano. So yep, you are. What is it? Current price, target price today is July. Perfect. Yep. So 35 billion, right? Calculating supply. Step 2, plug in formula. All right, perfect. Final answer, 552 billion USD market cap to reach a price of 15 ADA. Let me know. Okay, now that we have the 52 billion, I mean, let's compare what is the market cap in Forex. Dude, that's just blow, right? Blow your mind. What's the market cap on stocks, right? So 525 billion is not that big of a deal if we compare it to that. So what do you need for it to happen? And this is where you start saying, hey, this is possible in this period of time if these conditions happen. For example, let's give ourselves a reference point. We know 555 billion. All right. So what's the BTC current market cap, right? So, and let's copy and paste our date. There we go. And this is going to be giving us a reference, right? And I could do this all with one single sentence, right, on ChatGPT, but I want you guys to follow on with the process. So you understand what is the point of view right here, right? So here's the latest Bitcoin asset. All right, perfect. This market cap, it's Bitcoin market capitalization at 2.217 trillion on July 2025. So right now, what is it? Where is it? Value. All right, market cap approximately, all right, trillion. So we're talking about 2.21 to 2.22 trillion. So as you can see, right, we're talking about between trillion and billions. So is it possible that ADA gets to 525 billion while right now the market cap is 221 trillion? Yeah, the billion doesn't really looks right now that as a big target, right? So now that you start comparing, all right, Bitcoin is right now per asset to 221. How long, maybe over time, could we be expecting out of that? Let me give you another perspective. What's the market cap of, and give me two enterprises or two companies that are crypto related that could be broken in the next 5 years.
Well, I have no idea.
Tesla. And why is that?
Okay.
He's fighting the government, right? BYD, it's coming after his ass. Oh, and do you think NVIDIA?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Look at what happened with OpenSea, right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. But I would actually call for instead of Nvidia, because they manufacture chips, they can always go back to its to and I'm a gamer, to their little bitches, right? Which is gamers, because gamers still supported Nvidia. Well, Nvidia kicked them out in their balls, right? With the GPU prices. But yeah, I mean, I would actually call for.
I mean, you got to practice Halo a little bit more before you can say you're a gamer.
That hurt, bro. That hurt. I want to practice. I'm gonna get you next time. I love you, my friend. I really love you. So, all right. We can go for maybe Tesla.
You don't know. We had a Halo tournament, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was fun. We should make a new one. Market cap of Tesla, and I don't know, market cap of Tesla, and just what's the thing behind ChatGPT? It is
OpenAI.
OpenAI and Nvidia all together, right? OpenAI all together. As for today, and then we paste this. All right, perfect. And then what I'm trying to let you know, guys, all right, something might change in the world in the upcoming 5 years. And I think Alex gave it actually a big right into the nail, right? And that is because what if OpenSea start taking over? What if Nvidia lost over SIMC? Right? Or loses over maybe AMD, right? Or loses over Intel, right? Who knows what's going to happen if they become the new, I don't know, blockbuster, right? So where is all that money going to flow to? So a part is going to go to the rest of its circumference things, right? OnlyFans is OnlyFans make money. Then they topped it. Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, that speaks a lot of how lonely we are. We all are in the world, right? So, shit. All right, so a total of 3.2 trillion. Shit, that's actually, that's pretty freaking big. 3.2 trillion. All right, thinking in a, I don't know, let's give it 10-year rotation of capital when maybe Tesla disappears, and what's the other one? Nvidia and OpenAI lost to their competitors. How much of that market cap can turn or flow into Cardano? Let's just make this short because it's already time for us to go, right? But we need a little bit more investigation. It's not straightforward, just so you guys know. So Nvidia, there we go. And let's just let it think. That's a part of our question. Let's, all right. You're suggesting a 2035 world where, yeah, absolutely, 3 trillion. How much of that could go flow to Cardano? A 1% of 32 billion. We're talking about, where is it? A moderate 160 billion, an aggressive 480 billion, and crypto dominance of 800 billion. We have right now, what is the market cap of Cardano right now, right? This is where we start making the actual prediction math. We have a Cardano, what is it? Cardano, yeah, 525 billion, right? If we add, right, we need to get to what? Oh no, we'll need to be 525. What is the current market cap? Market cap, what was the currency supply? Current price, target, step 1, current supply. What is the current market cap? Do you guys see it? I just got lost. 35 billion.
It is current market cap is 22 billion.
22 billion. All right, perfect. Thank you so much for that. 22 billion and we need 525 billion, right? If we add, final answer, if we add 160 billion to the 22, we will still be short. If we add the 480 billion, well, then to the 22, we're pretty close. So as you can see, we could reach there if one of those market caps existing or three of those big assets changes. I would give it a kind of like a market shift out of like maybe 7 years, 10 years. And here's where you start analyzing concepts about capital rotation. You analyze which market caps are rotating right now. And then that's where you start throwing your time overflow rotation of capital. So as you can see, it's totally possible, right? Within 5 years, we can be even over 50%. So let's do one more thing. What would be the market cap, the price of Cardano? Yeah, if we had today, or if we had in 10 years, a market cap of Cardano equals, what was it? 480 480 plus, let me bring my calculator. What was it? 32 plus 480, 512. Oh, we basically made it 512 billion. And final answer, let's see, will be somewhere around almost exactly as ADA is predicted. $11.38 per ADA. Yay! All right, too much math. It's time to go, guys. Sorry for taking too long. I just love to play with numbers. But yeah, just saying that ADA it's very close to your prediction. I would actually kind of like maybe think of adjusting that over time. Between 10 years, I think that is completely possible. Mind blowing. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining. We have another show to give. So, guys, see you guys tomorrow.